Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Tuesday, May 27th. Looking at a warm and mostly dry week ahead, some daily showers and thunderstorms possible each afternoon and evening through Thursday, but outside of that, very dry and warm weather this week. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Above normal temperatures are expected as we finish out the week. Highs in the 70s and 80s over the next couple days. Warming up into the 80s and 90s, looking like the warmest air mass we've seen so far this year. Shower and thunderstorm chances will continue each afternoon and evening through Thursday, mostly staying fairly isolated, primarily in the mountains, upper Snake River Plain area. But other than that, conditions remaining very dry for most out there. But turning into Friday and Saturday, it's where we're going to get the warmest temperatures of the week building in, heading into the weekend, helping to bring those highs back up into the 80s and 90s for even Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But pattern change is looking increasingly likely as we finish out the weekend into early next week with some cooler seasonable temperatures and increased precipitation chances. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery out there for you this morning, mostly clear skies. Again, our current system is going to be working east over the divide today, so just some limited moisture, helping to kick up some isolated showers and storms this afternoon. But overall, it should be a beautiful day out there. And a look at the bigger picture for you guys. So high pressure is really starting to take shape here over the western and northeast Pacific here. Pretty deep Gulf low in the Gulf of Alaska, helping to channel that moisture well to our northwest. We're going to be kind of remaining in that drier flow here over the next couple of days. Just enough moisture working up and over this ridge to help keep some isolated cloud cover and showers and storms in the area each afternoon and evening. And a look at your weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Again, just a chance for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, primarily in the mountains, upper Snake River Plain through Thursday, turning dry for Friday and Saturday. Certainly a fairly decent stretch of weather. And this will kind of break down the 10-day temperature outlook for you. So if you like 80s, 90s, upper 70s, that'll be kind of the going trend here as we finish out the month of May and for the first day of June. But as you can see, starting on Monday, temperatures drop anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees in some places by Tuesday. So we're definitely cooling back down, highs dropping to those 60s and 70s for next week, maybe even some 50s up around Stanley. But speaking back to today, temperatures will be fairly similar to what we saw yesterday, maybe a couple degrees cooler for most, but still highs in those 70s and 80s. And best chances for thunderstorms will remain across eastern Idaho today, especially as you get up into the central mountains, upper Snake River Plain, and along the Wyoming border region. Show you a model here breaking down the timing for you. So we'll start things off at 11 a.m. Nothing expected until this afternoon. Expecting development up into the eastern highlands, up through Yellowstone and the Tetons for this afternoon. Expecting that bulk of the activity again, upper Snake River Plain, Wyoming border region. But overall, staying fairly isolated in nature. We may see a few stronger storms, capable of producing some gusty winds, small hail, and brief moderate rain. But overall, nothing too widespread is expected. Heading into your Wednesday, a mild morning with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Afternoon highs still in those 70s and 80s, pushing into the 90s further west out towards Boise and Glenns Ferry. And your thunderstorm chances on Wednesday, again, keeping with about that 10 to 30% chance range, again, focused up into the upper Snake River Plain and our northern and eastern mountains. And for your Thursday, much of the same. We'll keep that warming trend going as we finish out the work week. Lows in the 40s and 50s, followed by highs in the 70s, 80s to low 90s. And for Thursday, it looks like this will be our final day of showers and thunderstorms, at least with those better chances of about 10 to 30%. It's dropped to less than 10% for Friday and Saturday, so expecting some fairly dry conditions as we finish out the work week. And first dry day there on Friday, 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s to start off the day on Friday. Afternoon highs in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And for Saturday, this is looking like it's going to be the warmest day of the week, Saturday into Sunday. So overall, we're looking at 40s, 50s in the morning, followed by afternoon highs, now upper 70s, 80s, low to mid 90s, maybe even pushing into the triple digits out towards Glenns Ferry and Boise. And for Sunday, much of the same. Increasing cloud cover building in later in the day should help to mute temperatures just a bit as we get some shower and thunderstorm chances building in later in the day. That's mostly going to be reflected up into the mountains, so just about a 10 to 20% chance there for your Sunday. And heading into Monday, much more seasonable temperatures. Overnight lows there in the 40s, 50s. Afternoon highs getting back up into those 60s and 70s. Noticeably cooler as we start next week. And thunderstorm chances Monday do look a little bit more widespread, about 10 to 30% across the area, helping to kick off that more active and cooler weather for next week. And a look at what's to come heading into the extended period. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does favor us in that slightly above normal category. But again, talking with that next system rolling in, more seasonable to maybe slightly above normal temperatures during that time frame. One big thing you'll notice here is the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook does favor us, our area. Most of the Great Basin up into the northern Rockies there with above normal favored precipitation to start off the first 5 days of June. Not a big change to the pattern there, 8 to 14 day period. Still keep it with above normal favored precipitation and a return to some more near normal to even below normal favored temperatures across portions of the Southwest. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Tuesday.